Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. My name is Matt Drake. This is episode 78. 78. Good evening, Brady. How are you?
Good, Matt. How are you doing?
Yes, a lot better. A lot better. Thank you very much.
Are you recovered? You were a bit under the weather last week.
I was a little bit under the weather with the big cold that's going around. Yeah,
The big cold.
No, over it now. Firmly kicked that one into touch. So yeah, it's feeling a lot better, and I can leave the house, which is fantastic as well. So yes, it's very good. I'm looking forward to maybe even playing some disc golf this weekend.
Well, I was gonna say, you missed a cracker of a weekend last weekend. Wellington was mint on the weekend.
I certainly did. Just is my luck. So you can expect it to rain if you're in Wellington this weekend. More is my luck there. So anyway, we've got a great show for you today. We've got hot scores first up. And then we're going to be talking to Charlotte Dunkley, who is the tournament director of the Women's Global event up in Auckland, which is a week on Saturday. And we'll have a little bit more information about what's going on up in Auckland then. And then we've got a few bits and pieces just to clarify off. We've got some dates. We've got disc golfs on the telly. We'll talk to a little bit more about that. We're going to be doing, actually, let's just do this now before we forget. We've got a giveaway today. So there we go. I know, right? We've got a giveaway.
No.
So Mike Foley up in Auckland has very kindly donated this disc to be given away tonight. So this is the Coastal Cup stamped Takapū in red. 173 atomic, and you can win one of these. Now, all you've got to do is, over the course of today's episode, tag someone in the comments. That's all you need to do. Tag someone in the comments. One entry per person. You can tag as many people as you like, but you get one entry each, and then we'll do a spin the wheel of names at the end of the episode. And this is a first of a double header of giveaways, you lucky devils, because next week... thank you very much, Brett. Next week, we're going to be giving away one of the tournament discs from the Women's Global event in Wellington, designed by Wellington's very own Nat Jump, who did a fantastic job there. And that's next week. So make sure you tune in next week for this one. This week is this beautiful RPM Takapū, and we'll draw the name at the end of the show, and we'll get your details and get it sent off in the post or whatever. All right. So yeah, if you tag someone, they don't get the entry. It's you who gets the entry. Okay, so tag as many people as you can, but it's you who gets the entry for doing the tag. So yeah, so get that in. We'll keep reminding as we go through the episode, and yeah, hopefully we'll give that away a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey Matt, did you hear that there's a giveaway tonight?
Yeah, we love giveaways. We love giveaways, and yeah, that's excellent. Right, okay, let's get into it. Let's start with hot scores. Brady, start us off down south, will you please?
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit cooler temperatures around, but hot scores coming in nonetheless. So Invercargill, Queens Park, as ever. Starting out hot, we have Hayden Edgley and Brenley Marshall coming in at 13 under par this week to bring in the hot round. Up in Dunedin, Chingford Park, we have Errol Nye coming in at 5 under par for the hot round. And over at Brockville, Tom McKay holds on to the hot round with a -4 this week. Queenstown getting ready for Tucker's Beach. We'll start in the Gardens. Paul McKernan and Brandon coming in at -7 for the hot round. A little bit cooler temperatures there, but none other than Levi Stout getting ready for Tucker's Beach this weekend comes in at 9 under par. Great shooting by Levi. Over the Crown Range, Wanaka, Ely Point, John Menzies comes in at 2 under par. And at Lismore Park, we have Ben Quinn and Dane Sales coming in at 5 under par. Seems like everyone's playing at Tucker's this week. In the Garden City, Jelly Park, Callie Thompson coming in at 12 under par for the hot round. And at Brooker Ave, we have Jasper Vandermeer and Ben Schicker coming in at -3. Queen's Park, Jasper Vandermeer gets it done again, -6. And at Warren Park, the new 18, Ashton Clark comes in at 12 under par. Not to be left out, let's touch base in Blenheim. Taylor River Reserve, Richard Sluter comes in at 4 under par for the hot round this week. What do we got going on in the north, Matt?
Kicking us off in the north, you've got Flavio Mayorga taking out the hot score for the week in Berrenpool with 6 under par. Over at Hikoikoi, it's Keith Furlow and Brady Cush, who both tie for 3 under, so very well played. Up at Harcourt, Roy Grigger hits +2 in Upper Hutt. And up to Linklater, a tie at the top, Ryan Kitto and Arthur Horn take out the honours with 8 under par. Over to Maryland's, and it's Chris Wheatley who hits a +3. And over at Spa Park, Nadimu Happy hits -4. Up to McLaren's, Brad Taylor's even was enough to take that out this week. And up at Henderson, Richard Waterson hits 10 under par. So yeah, some good scores there from around the country. This weekend, of course, Tucker Beach Rush down in Queenstown. We'll be doing our picks for that a little bit later on. Right, now let's introduce our guest this evening. This evening, our guest is Charlotte Dunkley. She joins us from Auckland. She's the tournament director of the Women's Global event in a couple of weeks' time. Good evening, Charlotte.
Hello.
There we go. Get you in the right place. How are you today?
Good. Finally slowing down after a busy day.
Indeed.
Were you out disc golfing today?
No, work and then the Auckland club meeting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And so you've got not long now until the Women's Global event. So this has been quite a long time in the kind of planning for you. What are you nearly there? Are you more or less? Is it all done? Just waiting for people to show up?
Pretty much. I'm a bit of a organised freak with all the people who have been planning it with me in the background. So I've got the girls coming over this weekend to make up the players' packs and all the prizes, make them all pretty. Destroy my house. It's already packed to the bottom with everything. So it'll be good once the event's been and gone. I can get that out of my house.
Fantastic. And you ran one last year. And there was a couple of Wellingtonians who came up and said very high praise of the event. Is there anything that's different this year from last year?
I think all the core features are there of 2 rounds, a couple of little extras and goodies along the way, and a ton of prizes, just encouraging everyone to be out and enjoy the day, not just those who win the prizes at the top end of their division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you've seen an increase in the number of people playing this year.
We've got double this year, exactly double so far
wow.
from last year. What's amazing, I said when we first put the event up that I dreamt of 50 players playing in Auckland, and I was like, that's a number dreaming, and we've actually hit it and gone above I just can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be 50 playing in Wellington, so that's 100 ladies playing on the same day, right? In a sanctioned event, which is incredible. Excellent. So tell us more about the event. Where is it? What's going on? Where will people find you on the day?
So it's at Henderson Park. But those who know Henderson, it's just a 9-hole course. So we've it's a 10-hole course actually now. So we've got 8 extra baskets going in, and most holes are going to be a temporary layout, just depending on obviously surface, because it's been quite wet up here. So we're trying to stick to tee pads or turf that we're going to put down. So it's going to be a temporary layout, so a bit different. But people can see us at the standard hold 1. We'll have our gazebo and HQ there. I think we're kicking off about 8:15. Well, yeah.
Excellent. And it's a modified course.
Yeah. So kind of a mixture of courses that have been played over the years, different holes, a couple of holes that we did last year, and then a few of the standard Henderson holes. but nothing too tricky, nothing too long either. It's a good range for those who are beginners, and then those who are the higher players, I'd expect them to get par or under par. What's kind of nice in a way, because females don't tend to go to a course being like, I'm going to get under par. So it's a nice feeling.
Absolutely.
And will you get to play, or do you have to man the gazebo the whole day?
Nope, I'm playing, definitely playing. That's what the guys are for. We've got lots of people who've put their hands up. We've got the guys setting up the course in the morning, so they're taking care of all of that. They'll man the gazebo during the day, do all the scores in the background for us. So we're very lucky. I'm sure you guys have it down there too, but everyone in the community has just stepped up to help. Yeah,
it's great. I mean, we found this last year as well. There's people always wanting to help out, and often there's husbands or brothers or sons or whatever who are going to be around to help out with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, will you get a caddy for the day? That's one of the pretty popular things here in Wellington to have for the ladies.
I don't know. I think I've put everyone to work, so I'm normally pretty lucky. I normally get someone come caddy for me, at least so I'm around during a tournament, what's really nice. So it'd be really special and nice if, other females get to experience it as well.
Absolutely.
So Auckland players, wink, wink. Charlotte's looking for a caddy on the weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, and if you're free, that's the weekend to head to Henderson Park, right? And there's going to be 50 odd people all looking for a caddy. So yeah, so get yourself there.
Saves our bags getting muddy. Would be nice.
So you've also, I want to talk a little bit about this. You've pulled off what might be considered somewhat of a bit of a coup in bringing Molenbeek on board. Is it are they sponsoring or are they involved in the event, or is it more kind of Auckland ladies disc golf that they're kind of teamed up with?
Oh, it's a bit of a weird one. So it's not really the event or Auckland Women. It was more of a partnership that was sold of they get it advertise someone, they get free advertising. We got a little bit of money to help our way. So we've put that money towards some of the Auckland event. And then we've still got some in the bank. So the ladies behind the scenes are trying to figure out where it's going to go, or, if there's anything we can do to promote disc golf in the community. So we're not too sure where some of that money is going to go.
Fantastic. But I mean, getting a nationwide kind of non-disc golf sponsor in like that is, from a recognized name. That's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was just a fluke that one of the other ladies saw it online, we commented, and they got in touch with us. And I don't think they knew what they got into with disc golf. Trying to film a disc, they're like, "Can you throw slower?"
Because you did a filming of an advert, eh?
Yeah, so it was about 5 hours of filming of the advert. Which made the whole 30-second cut. And then had to go in and do a voiceover session for the radio, the radio part as well.
Oh, wow.
It's quite weird hearing your own voice on the radio.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's it like seeing yourself on like the big screen, or like hearing yourself on the radio?
Thankfully, I haven't heard it too many times on the radio, so it hasn't been that weird, but I've had like old work colleagues or aunt and uncles who didn't even know about it call me and be like, "I saw you," or "I heard you." And people are like taking pictures of the billboards all over, and like we've had people in Wellington send them up to us saying, "We saw you in Wellington." So it's amazing how far it's spread, and just the name of disc golf is awesome, what it's done for the sport.
I mean, it's great if it gets even if it gets like a few people kind of picking up a disc and giving it a go that might not otherwise have done so, or even just awareness. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So this women's global event, it keeps getting bigger and bigger, eh? Like it's last year there was, I think it was about 60 players across both events. This year it's going to be over 100, and I mean, where does this go? Because like yeah, we were astounded in Wellington, as I'm sure you were, about the kind of response. And we got to 50 quite quick, and then we were just like, what do we do now? Like,
Go to Auckland.
that was quite tricky. So, yeah, where do you see this is going, and what do you see in terms of what does this weekend, do you think, need to achieve in order to really capitalize on the opportunity we've got this weekend after next?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I think, because I was thinking about the same thing, you know, you're really thinking about next year and what's going to happen. And I like how it is at the moment that anyone can come along. It doesn't matter if you're throwing a disc once, twice. If you're really good at disc golf, you know, everybody gets out, has fun, enjoys the day. And I really don't want to take away from that real special, unique tournament lifestyle in a way. Because, you know, we see our New Zealand tours and females are scared to go join that, and they don't want to take part because there's people who can throw 100 meters, or they can make these massive putts. So I don't want to take away from that unique, friendly environment. But obviously it's got to go somewhere if we're getting 100 plus players across the two tournaments. So maybe turning it into a 2-day event, having one day for casual, one day for a bit more of a experienced. But no, I just can't believe that we've got as many as we do.
Yeah, and also like the divisions they're in, right? So I think it's about over 60% of the players across both events are either playing FA3, FA4, or juniors, right? So which would suggest that they're people who have little to no disc golf experience, or they're kids, and that's fantastic. You know, that's great to have that many people perhaps playing for the first time. And I guess there's it's going to be important to try and make sure that experience, I'm speaking for the Wellington one here, I'm sure you agree, is one that makes people want to come back again. You know, they'll have the kit, they'll have the players pack, but you know, we want people to be playing back again. So what kind of prizes have you got set up then? Because you're always posting pictures of different things and companies you've spoken to, etc. What are some of the prizes you got on offer?
Oh goodness, we've got some jam and pickle packs. We've got everything and anything. We've got things from wine glasses to chocolates to makeup packs and face creams. I'm quite lucky. My sister works for a company that we've managed to get a lot of goodies through. So a lot of the packs are made up with them. So pretty much I'd say every female will walk away with a prize at the end of the day from our tournament up in Auckland.
Fantastic.
So yeah, everyone's going to walk away probably double the value of what they spent into the entry fee. So everyone, like, it's been hard. I don't know if you guys found it hard, but we found it quite hard up here finding sponsors. Just the year we've had a lot of our sponsors from last year said no. So we had to reach out to a few different companies, and we've had people who know people who know people who have got us some things. It's been really nice. That's
always the way, isn't it? It's the, you relying a little bit on that sort of two or 3 degrees of separation to come through.
So yeah, we've got a good bundle of mix of goodies.
Fantastic.
Well, and so like, how about for you? So like running this event up in Auckland and like having run events in the past, like what does success of the weekend look like for you, or the event look like for you? Is, like Matt mentioned, people coming back, is that something that's important, or everyone getting a prize? Like, like what are you trying to like achieve yourself when it comes to running this event?
I think my biggest achievement for me is just seeing people have fun and enjoy the day. For me, it being organized. Having a well-run event that's organized, has a good flow, and people walk away going, oh, that was an awesome day. I think that's the key for me. And that's what probably gets them to come back again, is having that social aspect, enjoying it. And, over the last year, I've heard people being like, oh, I'm looking forward to the women's event, or the ones who played for the first time last year are like, oh, last year when I played my first event, and it's really neat to see them excited about this year's event and looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any events yourself besides the Women's Global event that you're looking forward to? There's a lot of big tournaments that are coming up this year.
There are. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss them. I've got a bit of a knee surgery booked the week after the women's event. Nicely and coincidental. Didn't book that on purpose. So I'll be out for about 6-ish months of disc golf, unfortunately, on the sideline watching.
Wow. So when we were doing a bit of kind of calendar crunching a little bit earlier on, and that sort of 6-month period takes you to about early February, which is that kind of run of all the 3 majors that are happening all within the space of a few weeks. First one down in Christchurch, and then the 2 that are pretty close together, Topor and Invercargill. Have you got your eye on one of those, or are you just going to take it day by day?
Probably be day by day, but I'd like to make Taupo. That was an awesome event this year, and it's a cool course. I don't know if I call the golf course cool, but challenging. But definitely, that was a good tournament. So I'd like to make it back there, especially not being too far from home as well.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So it's going to be hard out work up until the Women's Global event, and then very much feet up afterwards.
Nothing.
But
excellent stuff. Right. So now, last time you were on was just before the Women's Global event last year, and that was episode 16. Would you believe it? Episode 16. That's mental. But it was in the days before Desert Island Disc Golf. I know. Can you believe it? Right? There were such days. So we're going to do Desert Island Disc Golf with you now. Before we do, however, if anyone's joined the show since the beginning, we are doing a giveaway. And so if anybody would like to win this disc, it's a Coastal Cup stamped Takapoo in atomic 173 grams. There it is. Thank you, Brady. Then all you need to do is tag someone in the comments below. And we'll do a draw at the end. We've got a big list of names so far. Lots of people putting in. I think Levi and Ethan have been tagged about 4 times each. You only get 1 entry each. You can tag as many people as you like, and you can tag Levi as many times as you like as well. So if you want to be in the draw to win one of these, then make sure that you tag somebody in the comments down below, and we'll do the draw for that a little bit later on. Right. Let's get into Desert Island Disc Golf. Now, the premise of this part of the show, if you're new to the show, is that Charlotte is stranded on a desert island. There is fortunately a disc golf course on this desert island, and she's been stranded with 3 of her favorite discs and 3 of her favorite card mates. Okay, so Charlotte, what are you throwing on your desert island?
Good. Probably the easiest topic out of all the questions. First would be my trespass. It's known as Old Ugly. So I inherited it from a friend. Well, I inherited it from a friend, and before I inherited it from them, it sat in a river for about 6 months lost. So half of it was yellow and half of it was white. And so it's hideous. So Tim from Daytona dyed it for me. But as you can see, the dye only stuck to the one side.
The side that was in the river, or the side that was out of the river?
The side that was out of the river it stuck to. So whatever was in the river has done something to it. But it flies perfectly. It's made it understable, and I can just throw a nice S shape with it. So there's one.
Fantastic. We don't get a trespass too often on the show. That's good to see. Okay, what else have you got?
Well, I've got to have a buzz.
Yes.
hard to just pick one buzz. I've got a few buzzes in my bag, but
so why have you gone for that one?
Well, it's been in my bag for probably about 5 years.
Mhm.
It's understable, beaten in, so it does can do a nice S. It can fly straight, finish straight, or I can make it finish right. So, kind of does what I want.
Very good, very good.
And then the last disc,
what else we got?
I was going to go for another buzz, but I thought being on an island, I better learn to putt. So I've got my colt.
You've got your colt. Excellent.
Yes.
2 weeks in a row that someone's gone for a colt on the show. That's amazing.
So this one, I probably had this one about 5 years as well. So they've all been in my bag a while, but I don't tend to change discs. But I do need to learn to putt.
Excellent stuff. And you'd recommend the colt as a putter because
I've got little hands, so just grip wise, being a thinner disc, it's really nice, and it's a real straight disc. Well, I think it's the straight disc. It works ish when I can putt.
Excellent stuff. Excellent. And your free card mates can be they can be real or fantasy. They can be people, seasoned pros or people you know. They can be anyone you like, alive or dead. That's the other one. What's the who are you picking?
Well, I didn't want to offend anyone for not picking anyone.
You can only pick three, so like most people in the world are going to miss out.
Yeah, I've gone off topics, so I'm going to take my cousin. You know, she comes, plays with me, has a good wine, has a good yarn.
Fantastic. Three very good things,
Going to take a masseuse because you're on an island.
Any particular one or just a masseuse?
Just a masseuse, a good masseuse.
Just a masseuse. Okay, right. Yeah.
Good looking or like good at giving massages?
Can we have both?
I mean, it's your card mate.
Yeah, see?
It's your island, You
know, and, just go with the theme, mixologist. You know, why not have good cocktails at the same time?
Absolutely. Why not have good cocktails? Absolutely.
Why is the rum gone? Because Charlotte drank all of it.
Fantastic. So your cousin, a masseuse, and a mixologist. Sounds like you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, why not?
You won't want to get picked up. That sounds fantastic. So good stuff. Right. We're going to move into the quick fire round now. Quick plug though. If you want to win this disc, tag someone in the comments below. Anyway, right, let's move into the quick fire round. So the first is the family friendly front nine, which is the same questions for every person every week. And then there's a safari back nine, different questions for each person each week. So here we go. Charlotte, what's your name?
Charlotte Dunkley.
And where were you born?
Auckland.
And where do you live now?
Auckland, South Auckland.
And your PDGA number?
99155.
And how many years have you been playing?
6 years this year.
Your favourite course?
Woodhill.
Your favourite disc?
My buzz.
Your favourite MPO player?
Oh no. Don't know any. I'll just say Paul Macbeth. It's the only one I know.
Okay, and your favourite FPO player?
I know one. I know Jenny Umstead.
Very good. Yeah, RPM player, I believe, from the States. Yeah, very good.
I met her
Excellent.
a few years ago and played in her female-only tournament over in the States back when I first started playing. So
fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, Brady, take us through the back nine.
So the back nine, let's go with, do you prefer your bread toast sliced or sandwich sliced?
Toast.
The big question.
Red or blue?
Red.
Summer vacation or winter vacation?
Summer.
Netflix or Disney Plus?
Netflix.
Mark your disc or throw from behind it?
Definitely mark it.
TD or player?
Oh. I don't know. TD.
Ooh. Bethel's or Waitawa?
Oh no. Is there a better option? Bethel.
Coming from an Auckland player, that is priceless. Let's head overseas. Throw Pink Championship or the European Open?
Oh, throw pink.
And would you rather win nationals or win the national tour?
National tour.
Ooh, consistency is queen. Well done. That is your Safari back nine. Thank you, Charlotte.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte, so much for joining us. It's been good fun having you on the episode, hearing a lot about the Women's Global event. There's still spaces open for the Auckland one, am I right?
Yep. So I've just left it open. I don't want anyone to miss out.
Excellent. So if you want to get involved, speak to Charlotte. There's a Facebook event probably and a link on how you're doing the regos.
Yeah, just emailing me or flicking me a message.
Excellent. Yeah, so reach out to Charlotte and get involved if you're in Auckland on the 6th of August. Otherwise, if you're a guy and you're in Auckland, then head along to Henderson Park and carry the bag of a young lady. So, but look, very best of luck in just over a week's time, and very best of luck also with your knee surgery. Hope it goes well and heals well. We look forward to seeing you back on tour. Pretty soon. Well, not pretty soon, but like as soon as it's reasonable.
Good enough. Take your time. We'll be here when you're ready.
Yeah. Don't rush it or anything, but it'd be good to see you back when you're back.
Perfect. Thanks for having me. And thanks
You're
for
very welcome.
supporting the women's event as well down in Wellington.
It's always good fun. Good fun. Excellent. Right. Well, we'll see you soon.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay. Cheers then. Bye-bye. Excellent. Look, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure everybody in Auckland who's going to that event is looking forward to it. I know the people in Wellington certainly are as well. And over 100 ladies signed up so far for the Women's Global event in just over a week's time.
Yeah, I'm going to be really disappointed if the TD, if Charlotte can't get a caddy for the weekend. She's put in all this work and that kind of stuff. The least one of the other Auckland club members can do is carry a bag for a little while. Come on now.
I would have thought so. Yeah, absolutely. Right. A few people have been kind of coming into the comments. If you want to win this disc, then all you need to do is tag someone in the comments below. There's lots of names been going through. Tag someone in the comments below and you will go into the draw. We've got a few people in the draw so far. We'll be doing the draw for that at the end of the show. Right. A few bits and pieces to talk about. First up, Charlotte mentioned disc golf on the telly in the form of a Molenbeek advert. It's not the only disc golf that's been on the telly, or at least is due to be on the telly. Earlier this week, we were promised to a show. Well, Brady, tell us about it because you were in it.
Yeah. So, according to my knowledge and according to the website, Greater Wellington Disc Golf was approached to introduce a few athletes to disc golf. Those athletes happen to be Perry Weepu, the famous All Black, and Niniwa Roberts, the famous Black Stick, Kiwi Olympian. And so, as part of that opportunity, Maori TV came along and watched Greater Wellington, teach these two stars disc golf and to kind of coach them through a round. For as long as we were there. Very similar to Charlotte's experience. It's a long day I'm quite interested to see what it says. The website said, and as I was told, Tuesday at 7 p.m., it was airing on Maori television. Unfortunately, it has still yet to air.
It is.
In fact,
right.
I was going to say, Matt, what's the website saying these days?
So,
Can you bring that up?
I'll show you. I can. So here's the website, and it's important to note that it's on demand, right? So if you want to watch the episode, you'll find it on demand. So you'll need to go on to the Moldy Television website. Just click the link up the top that says on demand, or if you click the search and type up to, that's the name of the show, and you'll find it here, and then presumably it's going to appear here. Right, and it says there, look, Tuesday 26th, 7 o'clock. So we were expecting it on Tuesday, which is why there was a few posts that went around, and you might have seen. But it hasn't arrived yet. So yeah, keep an eye out. We'll share it obviously on our channels when it is up, so that you can go in and see what that was all about. Good bit of fun.
Oh my goodness, yeah! Like the energy of competitiveness was ridiculous. So here you have like an all black, like Perry Weepu still got it. He's still a house. Please don't hit me. You will break me. I do not want to be a winger, like with him coming at me. And then Niniwa Roberts, like she was a black stick. She went to 2. She was like games champion. She went to the Olympics twice. And so to see them battling back and forth, like they both wanted to win. And they're both like, oh, like, because it was me and Jack Ryan who went out to like provide coaching and give them tips and that kind of stuff. And both of them were like, oh, can you give me the advantage, or like, tell me, don't tell me, like in this little like back and forth. It was so much fun. It was an absolute blast the entire afternoon. What a great opportunity. I hope some of that like fun and like the gentle ribbing, the competitiveness. Honestly, they just had a good time. It was a great afternoon, a great way to like spend time with some wonderful people. And so I really hope that comes out in the episode.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to when you talked to me about it. It sounded like it was great fun, and so yeah. So we'll look out for that. So that's the page to go to find it. The address is moldytelevision.com, and that will bring you to their main page. You hit the on demand, and then you can find it through there. Or if you hit the search and type up to, that's the name of the show, and it'll take you straight to this page. You hit on demand, and we presume it's going to appear here somewhere. So yeah, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be a lot of fun. Right, what else have we got? Some key dates that are coming up in the next few weeks. On the 1st of August, so the 1st of August is Monday, this coming Monday. The names of those people who have put themselves forward to be new board members, specifically chairman, treasurer, and secretary, will be announced. We'll be inviting those people to come on the show next week. So next week is our kind of election special part 2, I guess. We'll be doing candidate interviews there, and then the SGM is on the 10th of August. So there's some dates to be aware of. And as ever, I'd encourage you, when you get the voting link on Monday, do not vote until after you've seen Thursday's episode. You'll have your chance to ask whatever questions you want to any of the guests that we have. I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining one. We have heard that there are nominations for every role. So there's a good chance that that we could have some competition, but perhaps we'll have to see. Right. We've got...
Well, I was going to say, Matt, would you like a Sweet Chain exclusive?
Well, go on then. Give us an exclusive. What have you got?
It is official that I will be running and am running for the position of chair for NZDG.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's certainly an exclusive. Excellent. All right. Well, look, that's going to be incredibly interesting. We've got, yeah, well, okay, there we are. So if on next week's show, Brady will obviously be a guest on next week's show.
Yes, I don't have to host. I love this.
Yeah, indeed, and I get to give him a grilling on various stuff as well. So that's going to be quite intense. That right? Okay. Now, before then, it's the Tucker Beach Rush, which is this weekend down in Queenstown. we've got some. There's two things actually I want to mention about this. First of up is picks. Let's have a look at the picks for the Tucker Beach Rush this weekend. I'll just bring the lineups in. Brady, who do you fancy in the MPO division?
I mean, can you really look if you sort them by rating, can you really look past that top 5? Levi, Jaden, Mikey, Dave, and Joseph Barry? Don't like
you going in that order?
No.
Oh, right, okay. Because this is where it gets interesting. What who are you putting in? Where what's the order for you?
Can I pick the upset? Is he going to get upset? Mikey, you in 5th.
Right.
Let's go Levi Stout in 4th.
Ooh, okay.
I'll go Mikey, you in 3rd.
Yeah.
And then Jaden 2nd. Joseph's going to win another event. So I got Joseph going for the weekend.
Wow.
How about you?
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. So the Sweet Chain Analytics team have
power rankings. Come at me.
Indeed. And they've got Dave Keane coming in 5th place. Obviously Dave lives in Queenstown now, and so Team Sweet Chain's Dave Keane will be cheering him on. Joseph Berry in 4th place, Mikey Yu in 3rd, and then I've got Jay pipping Levi out in the for the win.
And please, Ethan, come ruin all of this.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's really great that we're talking about a top 5 and we're not mentioning Ethan, Ben Wheellake, Ryan Cambridge, Johnny Ferrari, even Roberts and Stephen and Callie Bray. They're all capable of getting into that top 5 and causing problems for the 5 that are there that we've mentioned. So really, really strong field in Tucker Beach this weekend. We're certainly going to be following that very, very closely this weekend. In terms of the ladies, we've got Abigail Sterling competing in the FPO division, Gladys in the advanced ladies, and Nicola Stout in the masters ladies. So best of luck to all of them, and a huge field, 94 players, and incredibly competitive at the top. If you fancy yourself as a little bit of a tipper, as a little bit of a tipster, I should say, probably probably a better word, then you soon will be able to get involved with this when we launch Sweet Chain Tipping, which will be it'll be an app. We're actually going to launch it as an app, where you'll be able to tip and put in your bets for New Zealand disc golf events. And we actually need some testers. So if you would like to be involved in some of the early testing, it's nowhere near ready yet. But if you want to be involved in some of the early testing, then please get in contact. We've got a few of the Team Sweet Chain guys who are going to be helping out with the testing, a few others. But if you would like to be involved and you like to give your feedback, all you need to do is use the app really and just put bets on New Zealand disc golf events. That's all you need to do. And try and break it, right? I want to know if it breaks, because the development team here have been working very hard on trying to make it stable and make sure that it all works. If you want to be involved, we'd really appreciate some testers. So please do that. Right. Anyway,
I was gonna say, if you reached out to Taranaki, like T-Bone or Connor McKinstry would be like perfect for this.
Quite possibly, Connor, T-Bone. If you're watching, then please do get in contact. Right now, we've got a draw to do. So the draw has now closed. Thank you to everybody who entered. We had 20 entries. 20 entries. So we're going to do that, and then this, and then that, and then we're going to go to the wheel of names. Brady, if you could just bring this up onto the screen. What can we see it? I think we can. So here we go. We got a list of names here, and we're going to do the wheel spin. We'll give it a quick shuffle before we do. Hopefully, you can see your name there. If you tagged somebody, your name should be on the list. Here we go. Who's going to win?
Jasper. Hat trick for Jasper.
Chris Woodhouse.
Oh, Woody!
There we go. So fantastic. Well done, Chris Woodhouse. You have won yourself a first run Coastal Cup stamp Takapoo. So very good. We'll get that off to you. You live up the road, so I'll probably deliver it during the week. So well done. Excellent. Right. And
just take it to the shop.
Week,
like he practically lives there. Just take it to a shop. He practically lives there.
Yes, I will. I've seen him many times in that shop. He's always there. Right. Next week we'll be giving away one of these. Right. Next week we'll be giving away one of these. So make sure you tune in next week. And we've got next week also we have the AGM nomination episode where we'll be grilling all of the candidates, including this guy. So look out for that. Join us next week if you can, wherever you're playing disc golf though this week. Take it easy, play well, get some birdies, and we'll see you next Thursday. Sure.